All right, what it do, y'all? What's poppin'? This is another version of podcastex. On podcastex, we host a variety of different podcasts, uh, reaping the benefits of different topics. And on this specific podcast, we got investing. This is where we talk about our coins. This is where we talk about our stocks. This is where we talk about our savings accounts. This is where we talk about our growth accounts, IRAs, and so forth. Today we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin. We're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, what it is. Well, not even just Bitcoin, excuse me. We're gonna be talking about cryptocurrency. A lot of people out there don't know what cryptocurrency is, and so we're gonna shed light on what crypto is and how to use it and what it's used for, the benefits of it, and kind of the downfalls of it. And yeah, man. So for those of you who have no skin in the game when it comes to cryptocurrencies, I think that this month is like one of the last months to really put in on it and reap a benefit. Uh, uh, a benefit to where you ain't got to catch up, you know, a benefit that sets you aside from the rest of society. So let's see.
That utilize cryptography for secure. What are cryptocurrency and bitcoins?
So what are cryptocurrencies and bitcoins? A lot of people just know that the cryptocurrency is a version or a form of money, right? But we don't know exactly what it is. We don't know what the exact definition given to it is, the exact description of that coin is. So let's just check it out. Let's check out what cryptocurrency is. So
That utilize cryptography for. What are cryptocurrency? Refers to digital or virtual currencies.
digital or virtual currencies, and I kind of thought they were the same. I don't know what the difference between digital and virtual is. Let's see. What's the difference between digital and virtual?
Just a sec. Digital relates to data or.
Come on, man.
Digital relates to data or processes using discrete numbers, like ones and zeros, and often describes a format or technology. Virtual usually refers to something that exists in effect, but not in physical fact, often simulating a real-world environment or experience within a digital space. Accessibility volume set to
Hold on. So
100%.
hold on.
Digital relates to data or processes using discrete
Data.
numbers, like ones and zeros, and often describes a format or technology. Virtual
Okay.
usually refers to something that exists in effect, but not in physical fact, often simulating a real-world environment or experience within a digital space.
So it kind of, I don't get. Let me show y'all what my brain is doing. Let me show you.
Digital relates to data or processes using discrete numbers,
Digital
like ones
data
and
or
zeros, and often describes a
ones and
format or
zeros.
technology. Virtual usually refers to something that exists in effect, but not in physical fact, often simulating a real-world environment or experience within a digital space.
Simulation. So in order for something to be simulated, it must be digital. I mean, so ain't that like the same shit? So one is like, oh, you can use a coin. You can put it in your hand while using the. You can see the coin in your hand while using the the meta the meta VRs. Anyways, and then the digital is it's on your computer as a code, but you have the code. You have to code. There has to be a code in order for there to be a virtual experience, and so I guess it's just like one. Just yeah, yeah. Okay, all right.
Back. Sky River Casino.
Shall we continue?
That utilize cryptography for security and operate digital or virtual currencies.
Okay.
That utilize cryptography for security and operate independently of a central authority, such as a government or bank. The first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, was created in 2008, introducing the concept of a decentralized digital currency based on blockchain technology.
And let's just put this out there: Bitcoin was created. Cryptocurrency was created by a black man. Cryptocurrency was created by a black man named Reginald. I don't remember his last name, but I remember he was this cool dude looking like he had like a Japanese hip hop flair to him. And this man created cryptocurrency. He created cryptocurrency.
Bitcoin facilitates peer-to-peer transactions without the need for intermediaries like banks, employing a distributed ledger to record all transactions. It is characterized by its decentralized nature, a limited supply capped at 21 million coins, and the transparency afforded by its blockchain technology. In In simple terms, cryptocurrencies can be likened to digital casino chips. They hold value within the digital realm and can bullet be exchanged for traditional currency.
So they can be exchanged for digital currency. I guess the virtual can be exchanged for digital currency.
Bullet be used for various payments.
They can be used for various payments. People are using Bitcoin to pay their bills. People are using coins to do various other transactions that require
Battery power
money.
15% charge. Bullet 3 of 3. Be deposited into your Slots and Case No account or withdrawn as needed.
So this right here is promoting the app that I'm on. It's a slots app, and yeah, it's a casino
Charging
app.
started.
It is a gambling app. I haven't been gambling, y'all. I only threw $200 on there. I got the $300 bonus, and I have not been gambling. I haven't thrown anything in there. I've had this account for about a month and a half now, and so I got the same money in there. I don't even gamble. I just did it just to do it, but bad me. Let's go.
What are the advantages of cryptocurrency?
What are the advantages of cryptocurrency? Now, we see that it comes in a digital form. It comes in a virtual form. It's supposed to be decentralized by the banks. And it's supposed to be decentralized by the banks. And you can use it at these various ways, different ways. Let's see.
What are the advantages of cryptocurrency?
What are the advantages of cryptocurrency? Okay. This right here should be the description that gives you the motivation to get the cryptocurrency, right? This should be the description that opts your brain into thinking of it as something that is or will be useful.
Cryptocurrencies. Facebook. Eliminate the need for intermediaries. Cryptocurrencies. Eliminate the need for intermediaries. In the money transfer process, making transactions more cost effective.
I wouldn't say that these transactions are more cost effective because when you sell your Bitcoin, you get taxed. I'm talking about super taxed.
Compared to traditional transfers and other payment methods, using cryptocurrencies offers several advantages. Bullet. Guaranteed deposits. Transactions are assured not to be rejected.
Transactions are assured not to be rejected. Okay.
Bullet. 2 of 2.
I don't even know if that's a good thing. Like they're like, look, they're for surely not going to be rejected. What if somebody is using my Bitcoin, my cryptocurrency, just as somebody can use my bank account information and committing fraud? And there's no two-step verification to stop them. There's nothing to stop them.
Rapid payments. This is by far the quickest method for receiving funds at Slots and Case No. Additionally, the low processing costs associated with cryptocurrency payments further enhance its appeal as a payment option. How do I get started with crypto?
Now, a lot of people don't know how to even get started with crypto. We have so many apps out there, so many applications, so much information, so many different people telling you, go get this app, go get that app, go get this brokerage account. Let's see.
Look, how do I get started with crypto? See all crypto. How do I get The first step is to select a cryptocurrency exchange wallet.
Select a cryptocurrency exchange wallet. So a lot of people like me have been going after crypto in the wrong way. We've been going after crypto in such a way that we invest in it, but not really be able to utilize it, our investment into the cryptocurrency. So for instance, a lot of us just have like Cash App with Bitcoin on it. A lot of us have Robinhood with various other coins on there, but we can't spend those coins, right? So we need a wallet, an actual crypto wallet, I think is what they call it. Let's see.
The first, select a cryptocurrency exchange wallet.
Cryptocurrency exchange wallet like Solano. I know that, from research, but and I actually have a Solano wallet, but I never used it before, never even looked inside of there. I had somebody create it for me, and I just need to get the ball rolling. I'm 6, 7, 8 years behind.
And open an account. An online platform and open an account. An exchange is an online platform that facilitates the trading of cryptocurrencies.
So an exchange is an online facility that business that facilitates the exchange of cryptocurrencies.
And creating an account is free of charge.
Creating an account on any of these accounts is free of charge. So I would get in there and sign up, y'all.
Some of the most commonly used exchanges include.
Okay, here we go. We got our okay. So for those of you who are like, oh well, what account to use? What account to use? I don't know what site to go to. Here we go right here.
Coinbase.
Coinbase. Coinbase is a very popular site. Security A1.
Crypto.com.
Crypto.com. I heard a lot of people talk about that one as if it's not too easy to use. It's not too much user friendly, but it's definitely one of the ones and it's safe to use.
And Exodus.
Exodus. I've never heard of Exodus, but I'm pretty sure it's a good one since it's being advertised whatever.
These platforms enable you to easily buy and exchange various cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and many others. If you would like to view a step-by-step video guide, you can do so by visiting this link, https://youtube.b/bg95bztit8c=mimnod3utsco. Please note that we are not affiliated with any of the wallets or exchanges mentioned. The best exchange for you will depend on your specific needs and preferences.
Okay, so y'all say, what's the best one for me? Well, you have to do your research first. You have to do your research. You have to go in and go to YouTube and go to Google and research these sites and see what features they have and which ones best fit your ability to be able to trade and buy and sell these cryptocurrencies.
Once you have created your wallet, you will be ready to purchase cryptocurrency.
Once you have your crypto wallet, once you create this free account, you choose one of these accounts, Coinbase, and the other ones that they named. Once you choose one of these accounts or one of the ones that you find through your own research, because that's what I advise everybody to do. Do your own research. Yeah, this is very informative, but this is informative for you to, as an initiation process for you to begin your own research in cryptocurrencies, in crypto wallets.
See all crypto FAQ topics. Please note that see all crypto web view.
Let's see all crypto FAQ topics. Let's make sure. Let's pick one more.
Crypto. Read more.
Let's pick one more. Let me see.
Get started.
Get started. Let's get it started and hi. Let's get it started in here.
Join now. Link.
Help. Let me see. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay.
See all crypto.
That's what I clicked on.
Progress bar.
Oh, okay.
0%.
Well, just go back to here. It's the
Crypto
same.
now
It's a
and
link
claim
that leads to the same
500%
page.
crypto match bonus.
But
1/2. Crypto.
hopefully you guys got enough information out there now to be able to go sit down in front of your computer, sit down with your smartphone. You on your smartphone all day, every day, and go and do your own research, because this right here should have you interested in what's going on. And let me just give y'all a little heads up of what's going on in the real with the cryptocurrencies, just because some of you still may not take it serious. Some of you still may look and see it as, I don't know what it is. I'm not too sure about it. You know, I'm comfortable with my paycheck in dollars every month. But let's go into a couple scenarios of what's going on around the world with this cryptocurrency. So let me turn this off.
Talk back off.
And let me turn this on. Hello, Gemini. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today?
I am outstanding. Thank you for asking.
That's wonderful to hear. What can I do for you today?
So I like to interest the audience in cryptocurrencies, as cryptocurrency is the future of money in the world. True or false?
That's an interesting question. It's true that cryptocurrencies have gained a lot of popularity, and some people believe they could become the future of money. However, there's also a lot of debate about that. Some experts are concerned about their volatility and lack of regulation. while others see them as a major innovation with the potential to revolutionize finance. What do you think? Oh, also, just so you're aware, I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't rely on me for financial advice.
Okay, so what she just said was like them, me versus them. Okay, she explained the fact that yes, while cryptocurrency is big right now, there's a lot of people who just speculate that it won't be in the future, and you are one of the people who speculates that it won't be big in the future because you haven't initiated any investing in it, you haven't done any research in it, and you're just leaving it alone until the shit hits the fan, the switch is flipped, and your bank account becomes zero because you have dollars in there. Okay, let me. So even though people speculate, there are people who speculate that crypto won't be a main currency of the world in the future. Is that does that? Oh, oh, oh! It is 6 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. 30 minutes before the market opens. Enough time to do research. So even though people speculate that cryptocurrency will not be the main currency of the world in the future, what about what the world is doing to make sure that it is the main currency? Does that outweigh the speculators?
That's a really interesting point. It's true that governments and financial institutions are exploring blockchain technology, which is the foundation of cryptocurrencies, for various applications like faster payments and increased security. However, whether that translates to widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies as a primary currency is still up for debate. There are definitely arguments on both sides.
So there are large institutions that are revamping their whole processes of handling money into a crypto friendly environment. And you mean to tell me that you, as a person who has bank accounts with these financial institutions, who depend on these financial institutions for loans, for and various other things, right? To hold your money in their accounts. You mean to tell me that you're not going to get on the bus? I'm talking about on that early bus. So you can keep speculating all you want, but these people already put what they have into effect with in regards to cryptocurrencies. So you are already some type of late. Okay? So you can keep speculating, you can keep going about it in a mindset of I don't know. But guess what? You're gonna miss out. This is November, ladies. No, this is October, ladies and gentlemen. By the end of October, you should already have, if not even invested in yet. And my sole purpose is to get you to invest, but you should already have a crypto wallet, and let's just say you should have some coin. If not, you can look forward to this. So, what happened in China with the people's bank accounts and regards to China switching over to the digital yuan? What happened to a lot of people? I'm talking about people who didn't invest in the Chinese digital yuan prior to the switch over.
You're right, there was a lot of buzz about that. When China started rolling out the digital yuan, there were concerns about how it might affect people who weren't using it. Some worried that it could lead to them being left out of the financial system, or that their existing accounts might be harder to use. There were also questions about how much control the government would have over people's finances. It's a complex situation with a lot of different perspectives.
So in our description of cryptocurrency, one of the main things that they pushed was this was decentralized. The governments won't have control of your money. The large institutions won't have control over your money. That's a lie. That's a lie. We just saw what happened in China, right? We just heard about what happened in China, right? So there's a fear that once the switchover happened, people who were not invested and who were not using the currency were going to be left out. And that's exactly what happened. People were kicked out of their homes. It caused mass homelessness around China. Mass homelessness. And then being homeless is illegal. I think in San Francisco already. You can't be on the streets legally if you don't have a home. So that gives the government right to take all those people and do what with them? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not speculating now. I don't know. But I just know I want to be ready. I know I don't want to be one of the people sitting in the background talking about, oh, I wish I would have. Oh, dang, somebody told me about the crypto and I just wish I would have. Most of y'all about to do Christmas. And I'm gonna speak to you black women. I'm gonna speak to you black women. Because a lot of you black women, and I'm not talking about the ones that's doing whatever they do with the crypto. You already invested. You got your thing going on. Kudos to you. I want, yeah. I need that. Okay? Listen, but what about the women who are still holding on to these pagan holidays? What about the women who are still trying to encrypt their children into a mindset of, I must follow this holiday. I must spend money on this holiday. You are excluding the family from an investor mindset, and you are continuing the tradition and the, let's just say tradition of people's following trends, spending money, and being broke. That's all you doing. There should be no way that people are talking about buying their kids presents for this Christmas. I'm talking about 2025. 2024 too. 2025, if you buy your kids presents for Christmas, you crazy. The best present you can get your kid this Christmas is security in a financial market. You are going to miss out on Christmases far after this Christmas. I'm talking about you might not be able to celebrate another Christmas again if you don't grab the money sack and put it where it needs to be. Because you put it in all these stores, guess what? All these stores, all these major companies are already invested in cryptocurrencies. We just had a crypto crash that allowed a lot of rich people's friends to be able to get into the crypto market at low prices. This is real, ladies and gentlemen. What happened with the crypto crash a couple weeks ago?
That crypto crash a couple of weeks ago was pretty wild. It was mostly triggered by the news about the new tariffs on Chinese imports. Basically, people got worried about how that would affect the global economy and started selling off their crypto. It caused a huge drop in prices across the board, and a lot of traders got hit pretty hard. There was a lot of talk about whether this was just a temporary dip or something more serious for the crypto market.
The news. Whose money is being put into the news? You could do your own research on that. Who benefits off of the people's fear? Well, let's look at who invested during that fall. Who invested during that Bitcoin? Who are some of the major institutions or some of the people who publicly known to have invested during that crypto crash?
You're right, that's a good question. It's often the big players, hedge funds, investment banks, and wealthy individuals who have the resources to buy in when the market dips. Some well known examples include MicroStrategy, which has been accumulating Bitcoin for a while now, and several venture capital firms that focus on crypto and blockchain technology.
Okay, so while you sleeping and guessing and thinking, they're investing. More of these folks are waking up to it. A lot of rich folk were saying, "I'm not putting my money in there. It's a scam. It's not for sure. I'm not putting my money in there." And they had damn good reason not to. But you, on the other hand, you need to get with the times and invest. Now, let's get back to China because I want you to know how serious this is. So when China switched over to its cryptocurrency, how many people became homeless?
Actually, there's no evidence that China's switch to the digital yuan caused widespread homelessness. While there were some concerns about how the transition might affect certain groups, it didn't lead to a major displacement of people.
Oh, well, how many people were displaced?
While it's true that China's move towards the digital yuan has had some impact on the financial landscape, there haven't been reports of widespread displacement. The government has been working to ensure a smooth transition.
The government has been working to ensure a smooth transition, and they also have been working to ensure a smooth storyline. So that type of stuff isn't in the mainstream news, guys. But guess what? When you got things like TikTok, you got things like Facebook, you got things like YouTube, you're going to see it somewhere if that's your algorithm. If your algorithm is coins and things of that nature, you're going to see something of that nature somewhere, okay? So explain the rollout of the digital yuan and give a brief, give a linear description of how it encompasses normal life, spending money, and are people looked at as digital or virtual when it comes to spending this crypto?
So the digital yuan is designed to work pretty seamlessly with everyday life. Think of it like using a digital wallet on your phone. You can scan a QR code to pay for groceries, split a bill with friends, or even buy a cup of coffee. It's meant to be convenient and fast, just like using cash or a debit card. Now, about the digital versus virtual thing, that's an interesting point. While the digital yuan exists only as electronic data, it's still very much tied to the real world. You're using it to buy actual goods and services, not virtual items in a game. So it's more like a digital representation of traditional money rather than something purely virtual.
Okay, but what type of system did China create in order to track people's currencies? In order to are the people now on a digital profile within that the government keeps instead of the old records that the government used to keep? Are they on a digital profile where the monies can be controlled, such as if they walk across the street and it's deemed as a jaywalking, then the money will be taken out of your crypto account immediately upon the jaywalk?
I see what you're asking. Yes, the digital yuan does create a new system for tracking transactions. Every purchase and transfer is recorded, creating a detailed history of how people spend their money. This level of tracking raises some interesting questions about privacy and how that data might be used.
So we know that these governments are planning to use the digital currency to have more control over the human beings of this world. And if the human
You're
beings,
right.
keep going.
There are also potential benefits to consider, such as increased efficiency, reduced costs, and greater financial inclusion for those who are currently unbanked. It's a balancing act between security, privacy.
Yeah, and so what about what about the people who did not invest? What is their state? What is their current state of being in China versus the people who did invest in these coins and have an abundance of them?
Those who didn't invest in digital currencies might face some challenges, especially if the digital yuan becomes the dominant form of currency in China. They could be at a disadvantage when it comes to making everyday purchases or participating in the digital economy. It's a bit like the shift from cash to credit cards. Those who don't adapt risk being left behind.
That's all we need right there. Those who don't adapt risk to being left behind. Quote that. Those are my words. I think that's all we need for the day. Now, again, y'all better get out there, do your due diligence, figure out what it is that you need to do in order to be on top and not be left behind. Think about it. Those burgers you buying today, these meals you going out to eat for today. You can drive here, you can drive there. We're not even talking about the automobile tax, the travel tax that's already voted into Congress, that's going to go into play. And this is going to be very expensive for people to travel down the street. Rich people are going to be the only ones. People with these cryptocurrencies, invested in these cryptocurrencies, are going to be the only ones. Oh, it's getting ugly out here, y'all. I'm talking about real ugly. Don't get left behind. Make sure you got some skin in the game when it comes to cryptocurrencies, y'all. Make sure you go out and look at the correct ones. Some of the more famous cryptocurrencies that I see advertised everywhere: Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple other ones. I don't know too much about the XRP, the stable coins, XRP and other ones. But I do know that Dogecoin is about 19 to 23 cents right now. And Elon Musk is going to have a major role in what's going on in the future. The Teslas is like the number one electric vehicle in the world. The Teslas are the future of the world. All the babies are talking about, there goes our Cybertruck. Oh my God, they're going Cybertruck. You know, all the babies, all the kids. And so Teslas are definitely the future because they already have the minds of the masses. Okay. When you have the minds of the masses, then it's only up from there. You know what I mean? It's only up. You're going to get major spending, major revenue, all that extra stuff that comes with it. But go out and do your due diligence. See what you need to do to be on top. And no Christmas this year. And I don't want you arguing with your man talking about, I'm not doing my kids like that. They deserve a Christmas. I don't know if you had a Christmas when you was young, but they deserve a Christmas. These kids deserve to not be on the streets when this digital switch off come. These kids deserve to be fed and have a future Christmas if you worried about a Christmas. Oh my gosh. Please don't do that to yourselves, women. Please. And men. Brothers. Stay away from the temptations, man. Don't be buying no food. Don't be going partying and indulging. Just stay away. Just invest. Stay in the house these next 3 months. Stay in the house. Be comfortable with being broke for the sake of investing. We have to change our perception in order to change our reality. I need you guys to work on your minds right now. I need you guys to work on resisting the temptations that you've been given into damn near your whole life. That's going to be hard to do that within today, because that's when I need you to do it. Today, that's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. Those who are willing are those who will. Now, let's get like Mufasa, y'all. And remember, invest wisely.
I got hella motion. I be in her ocean. I be really coasting. I be really boasting, I be big timing, I be really grinding. These ain't zirconias, baby, these is big diamonds. On you big finding, I'm just trying to see